Welcome back, Just Frats viewers. Well, another big contract signed today in Major League Baseball. We got those details, and we have the NCAA Tournament here, so we got a lot going on. But today, the business topic I'm going to talk about is time. So when we get to that, you might reevaluate certain things on what you're doing from day to day and week to week and year to year. So you're going to find it a little fascinating on what I do to keep track of time and my accomplishments and my impact on my day-to-day life. So we got a lot to talk about. The first thing, though, Mr. Trout from the California Angels signs the biggest professional contract ever, I guess, to sports. $430 million, 12 years. That's about $36 million a year. So congratulations. I don't have any other baseball news that could possibly top that, or he should even be brought into the conversation today. So congratulations to Mr. Trout. He is going to go down, assuming he stays healthy, as one of the greatest of all time. So man, what a deal! And the tournament. I guess the brackets are starting to get filled out. Who are you pulling for? Who you think is going to take it all? I think it's, I know that a lot of people are looking at Duke because of Zion, and he is a special talent. But Duke has lost this year with Zion and without Zion. So I really think it's an open field. I think I don't really think there's a clear-cut favorite. And I know the four seeds, some people are upset about Michigan State being a number 2 and not a number 1, but I think the top 8 teams, seeds 1, 2 in each bracket, all 8 of those teams have to me, they all have an equal shot. I don't really think there's a clear cut favorite this year, even though a lot of people are leaning towards Duke. So I'm a big Tar Heel fan, and I also attended VCU, so I'll be rooting them on. I think VCU plays UCF from Florida, so I think that's an 8 versus a 9. So hopefully VCU gets the first bracket and see what happens. So go ahead, leave a comment. Let me know who you're pulling for, and it's a fun time of year when it comes to the college game. Today I want to talk a little bit about time. All right, and a lot of people really don't think about it that often. They sort of take it for granted. They just get up each day and do their thing, get up each day, do the same thing, get up each day, do the same thing. And they don't really realize, are they maximizing their time? You always have enough money, but you can never have enough food, or you can never have enough time. You could drop your food, you could replace your food that you drop, but you can't replace time that you wasted. Time is one of those things that you should cherish. And it's amazing how many people never look at it that way. And I never really gave it much thought until I read a little story. It was a one-page story about a man who really gave time a lot of thought. And in this little story that he wrote, he wanted to make sure that time just wasn't going by without him realizing how valuable it was to him. So what he did was he bought a bunch of marbles. He was in his 40s, and he put in enough marbles that he was able to throw a marble away each week to the age of 75. Now he's hoping he gets to the age of 75. So he figured out how many Saturdays are in a year times that many years, if he was in his mid-40s, and he purchased that many marbles and put them in a big pickle jar. And every Saturday he would throw a marble away. And he would notice that jar going down very, very slow. But he would realize every Saturday he would look at that marble and realize he's throwing it in the waste paper basket. And that was another week of his life gone. And he did this every Saturday, and he thought about the week. Well, when I read that story, that really impacted me. That little one-page story. And I realized probably I was doing a lot of things in life that brought no value to nothing. It didn't make things I was doing wasn't making me a better person, or wasn't making necessarily people around me better. So I thought I needed to analyze a little bit, think of what my life was like and things I should do a little bit better. So what I did, I went out. I didn't get a pickle jar, but I got a big pretzel jar. I enjoyed the pretzels. And I got my own pretzel jar, and I went on to Amazon, and I ordered a bunch of marbles. Now I did this on my 48th birthday, and I calculated how many Saturdays are left to the age of 75. And every Saturday I go in, I take a marble, and I think about my week. I just don't take it, grab it, and throw it away. I take it and I think about, what did I accomplish this week? How impactful was I to the people that I work with? Did I make a difference in someone's life? Did I help someone in their job? How impactful was I with my family? Did I give my son quality time and other family members or friends? These are the things I think about each week. And there's some weeks I didn't do a good job. But it keeps me grounded that I never, ever forget about losing and wasting time. And there are some weeks that it just was, I wasn't good. I needed to make improvement. So it helps me in my upcoming week not to repeat some of the maybe not so good things I did the week before. And I take the marble and I toss it. Now, when I did this, I forgot the math. It was about a little over 1,400 marbles I had to buy. And I put 14, the exact number. And when I turn 75 years old, this thing will be empty. And then I feel after 75, those are extra days that I'll cherish. But up to then, I know I need to be as productive as I possibly can and to be as valuable to the people around me. Now, if you think about it, that was 9 years ago when I did this. And I had 27 years to 75. And 1/3 of these marbles have gone down. Life is going by very fast. Even though you might think marble at a time, that thing's going to take it's going to empty slow. It's going a little faster than I hope. If any of you have some kind of technique to slow down time, let me know. I would love the opportunity to be able to do that. I would love extra minutes in a day or extra hours with in a day to be able to spend with my son, throwing the baseball, whatever the case might be. And when I think about time, and you're saying, Ed, well, what do you mean, like wasting time? And I'm not talking about going out and playing a round of golf. If that's your passion, that's something you enjoy doing, I don't believe that's a waste of time. But if you're blowing off work 3-4 days a week, blowing off customers, blowing off your salespeople to go play golf, that is a waste of time, because you're hurting the people who might rely on you and you're not bringing any value to them. If you're the type of person who's sitting on the couch every single night watching reruns from an old show from the 70s, pounding the beers, and you could have spent outside playing with your children. And I hear people say, Ed, I had a long day. I can't wait to get home and get on that couch and relax. Well, let me tell you something. Your kids have been waiting all day to see you maybe, and they can't wait for you to get home. And sometimes you just got to suck it up. And when you do, it will make you feel so much better. And especially when you're thinking about that marble that you throw away each week. How much quality time did you give? And how much quality time did you waste? Are you giving did you make a difference in people's lives? Being a sales trainer, a coach, and mentor to some people. I have to make sure I'm on my game every single day. And when I go to bed at the end of the day, I need to be able to say I made a difference. Because if I can't say that, there's a good chance I had some wasted time that day. You'd be amazed on how many adults are just killing it, crushing it on video games. That's right, I said adults. Just wasting time. People say, Ed, that's my moment. That's my break. That's my relief. If you're doing it 30 minutes once or twice a week, that's your getaway time. Great. But that's not the kind of time I'm talking about. You'd be amazed when I hear people say, man, I logged on at 5 o'clock at night and I was up to midnight. That's 7 hours of playing video games. That's not a quality of life. And you're just wasting it. Remember, you can't get back time. It's gone. Once that marble's thrown in the garbage can, I can't bring it back. I can't replenish this. I can't add years on to my life that have already passed. So, it's up to you. I don't mean to lecture. I mean for you just to look at yourself and how much time are you wasting. And of that wasted time, how much of that could have been possibly educating yourself on a particular topic that you could spread that knowledge to other people, or possibly spending that time with loved ones, or giving it to the people you work with to help them elevate their game. That's for you to decide and for you to evaluate. Because if you do this little marble trick, every Saturday you're going to take a self-assessment. And I can promise you this, there's going to be a few Saturdays you won't be proud of yourself, which is okay, because that means you can make a change in the upcoming week. But if you don't pay attention, Saturday after Saturday after Saturday is just going to disappear on you. And before you know it, you're going to say, where did the time go? I wish I did it better. And I know in my heart, if I keep following this marble toss every Saturday, I won't have any regrets. Thank you for listening to me today. Tomorrow is recommended read of the week that will reveal. Also, if you're new, please subscribe. Hit that little button down there. Go ahead. I dare you. Hit the little alert, the little bell. If you do that, you'll get notified every time I upload a video or when I go live. I really appreciate it. Also, if you share this with your friends. I hope you have a great day, and good luck with your time. Take care.